stadium is obviously fantastically placed for the spectator experience. The stadium is in the heart of the city centre, and your security regime has to take account of that.
We're an organisation with about 2,800 police officers. We have got no resources which are all they do is police events. They come from the communities of South Wales. So somebody today could be policing the streets of Merthyr or Aberdare or Swansea or Cardiff, and tomorrow will be standing in the Principality Stadium or the Liberty Stadium policing a football match, a rugby match or a pop-up concert. Those officers are community officers, they are detectives, they're response officers who are trained, and we maintain their training, who come from those communities and police the event for that day. That is hard work for us. We only get money for those officers who are on the footprint of the stadium. Whilst we are very proud of our record and our history of policing those major events, and we've done pretty much everything here, it is impactive upon us and does require officers often to have their rest days at the weekend cancelled. They have to work long hours.
The sorts of resources that we've got working today, some traditional and some that perhaps would be not as obvious or newer, and have evolved really with the emergence of technology and the way that's supported policing. Automatic facial recognition is clearly something that's new and a way we continue to use technology to support policing. So we'll have a team deployed at different locations throughout the city with the facial cameras that will have information in there on criminality potentially coming into the city centre, giving us an opportunity to intervene early and keep everyone a lot safer.
We are deploying facial recognition technology throughout Cardiff city centre. 2 vans with high-top CCTV cameras and 1 static location within the stadium. And the reason for deployment is to assist in keeping South Wales safe. It allows us to be able to identify persons of note far more efficiently and effectively than we've ever been able to do in the past.
We'll have horses deployed on this event, perform a couple of really useful functions. So naturally, the positioning above the crowd gives us really good eyes of what's going on at key times, particularly with bringing the teams in and at the egress after the end of the game, when it's really, really crowded on the streets. We get that elevated view from the horses of what's going on. Brilliant at crowd control, and will perform the role of what a large number of officers would have to do without the horses. And importantly, the community engagement with them is fantastic. So it's a really, really good opportunity. It draws people over to come to speak to police officers. It gives us a really good chance to have a, build up trust and confidence with the people coming into Cardiff with a chat around the horses.
In relation to the horses that we select, they are a very specific sort of horse. They need a particular temperament. They need to be very brave because they have to walk through people. They have to be very resilient. There are various environmental noises. Crowds are unpredictable. And the horses have to be calm and they have to be safe in those environments. So they do a lot of training. They do an absolutely fantastic job every day. When they're out there in the public eye, they're always really well turned out, but that doesn't just happen overnight. The officers and the staff here who look after the animals, they put an awful lot of work into that and making sure that, that the animals are healthy, that they're well cared for, and that when they're out there, they really are enjoying what they're doing. And you really can see it sometimes. You tack the horses up and they lift their heads and they know they're going out there to represent. They don't know they represent South Wales Police, but they really do know that they're working and they enjoy doing it. They puff their chests out a little bit sometimes as well. It's amazing to see.
Public order and working events I really enjoy because you get to go out and about, meet the community, you can manage people face to face, and it's the challenge of public order is a bit like a coiled spring. Nothing could happen for 8 out of the 10-hour shift, and in the last 2 hours, you've really got to start switching on and earning your money. But public order and working events is fantastic because you get to see members of your community enjoying a great sporting event like today.
The nighttime economy. Cardiff has got a very vibrant and very well-known nighttime economy which attracts people from all over South Wales and in fact the south of England. the fans within the city centre, in the pubs, in the clubs, and I have to say the relationship with licensees has greatly improved over my career in the police, and we have a very positive relationship with licensees right across South Wales, and work with them to ensure that they are safe for people to visit. And then importantly, after the game, when people spill out to the stadiums, whether it be Swansea or Cardiff or other stadia, to ensure those people are able to get home safely, whether it be by train or vehicle, and that they can enjoy themselves in the town centres.
I love the role, if I'm honest. I really do. I love that engagement. I love speaking to people. I love the planning element. Equally, I love the operational deployment. I recognise that the threats have changed. It gives me great personal satisfaction when I can go home at the end of the day. The event's been safely delivered. Everybody's come and gone safely, and hopefully today we get a Wales win.